The deceptive beauty of the Arizona desert disguises many secrets. To take a midday hike through the terrain this January, I drove to a public property an hour outside of Tucson. On the highway en route, I passed by the Border Patrol internal checkpoints, where police stop Arizona motorists to monitor their passports and visas. Exiting the freeway, I rolled into the rustic and remote southwestern town of Amado and quickly found myself just outside the one red light town on a rutted dirt road. Among the prickly underbrush and prominent cacti, a shiny white Border Patrol SUV looked completely out of place. As I continued down the old cattle path, I passed two more Border Patrol vehicles. Reaching the trailhead, I stepped out of my car and a low-flying helicopter passed overhead. Its Border Patrol logo announced its surveying purpose. I had entered a war zone in my own country. Our enemy, however, was revealing its presence in a much less overt manner. From the trailhead, the Arizona desert spanned outward to acres of 4-foot scrubby trees and then to elegant, towering mountains. In the cool of the winter day, it was hard to imagine the temperature soaring to over 120 degrees during the summer months. But it was easy to anticipate that nighttime in the winter months brought sub-zero temperatures. The path was filled with small rocks, waiting to turn my ankles with each step. As I carefully eased under old cattle fencing, I spotted the first sign of life, a recently discarded bottle of water. While a careless hiker could have left the first item, I do not know any hiker who would discard the second object I spotted, a backpack. Not a half mile into the trail, I came upon more backpacks and jackets and shoes. These items were not the litter of irresponsible hikers, but the remnants of migrants sprinting for their survival. A few steps further, and I was stopped in my tracks by what immigration experts call a nest. Undocumented individuals walk for days and even weeks to cross over into the United States. They carry with them one set of nice clothes so that right before they are picked up in a van inside the United States, they can shed their dilapidated hiking clothes and change into less telltale outfits. In this way, if police stop their van or the migrants are dropped off in a city, they will not look as though they just completed a 35-mile hike through the desert. A group of 15 to 20 migrants leaves a jumbled and haunting array of personal items in the middle of the unsettled desert. A sweatshirt, a pair of pants, and a backpack give silent testimony to the human struggle of migration. Other objects tell other stories. Nail polish and a disintegrated bra speak to the increase of female migrants. Half-used blisters of birth control betray the violent side of border crossings. Female migrants often begin using birth control pills 2 months before they cross to avoid pregnancy after the frequent occurrence of being raped by their guides. Still other objects tell other stories. A muddy Dora the Explorer backpack and a tiny shoe give witness to the number of children crossing the border. They often walk with their mothers to be reunited with their fathers who are already working inside the United States to support their families. The unmistakable reality of this unforgettable display is the humanity of migrants. Migrant nests vividly depict that the individuals crossing into the country are mothers and children, fathers and sons. They are unarmed and incredibly vulnerable to theft, assault, and dehydration. As Americans debate their new immigration policies, we would do well to remember the fragile items in the desert and the human lives and stories those items represent.